Boys and girls, Jai Hind. This is yet another branch of the Indian Air Force which is very, very critical. You can call it a backbone of all the fleets of the Indian Air Force. That is, in your latest jargon, it is known as supply chain management, right? In the Indian Air Force, it is known as the logistics branch. I wish to introduce you to Air Commodore Hari Shankar. He is a very close friend of mine. He is ex-NDA, and let me tell you, introduce you to him in a different manner. He is highly, highly accomplished person. He is a very intelligent person, tremendous knowledge, all around knowledge. So another takeaway for you, you have to be an all-rounder. You have to know everything. He knows literally everything on everything. I may be exaggerating, but this is it. It's a wonderful company he gives, and it's always enlightening to be with him. And above all, apart from a fantastic officer that he has been and served the nation and the Air Force, he's an accomplished musician. He's a terrific singer. Not only Hindi, he sings only English music, English songs. He is a strummer, he plays guitar, and he also plays mouth organ all at the same time. What a wonderful person he is. And he is also a gymmer. So he is there everywhere. Air Commodore Hari, he has been managing the fleets, most of the fleets of the Indian Air Force, and during the Kargil at various commands and air headquarter levels. He has also been a navigator in AN-32 aeroplane, and he's also had a foreign stint in Sri Lanka, and also did his bit for the Kargil war. I would like him to speak to you all, and he speaks wonderfully. He is a terrific officer, and over to Hari.
Hello friends, it is indeed a privilege to address the younger generation on a matter that is close to my heart, that is, a career in the armed forces. So allow me to share my musings with you and opinions and impressions garnered over a period of over 4 decades in uniform. I have also been privileged to have spearheaded the training at the National Defence Academy in the capacity of Director Training, or what was then known as GSO-1 training, in the course of which I had the opportunity to interact not only with cadets, but also young officers, representatives of the service selection boards, and the Directorate of Psychological Research. As you all certainly know, the armed forces is not merely a job or a career. It is a calling which demands a distinctly different mindset, attitudes, and set of values, and above all, a temperament. One may have all the requisite academic qualifications, intelligence, physical attributes, and so on, but there is always a special set of attributes and temperament which is demanded of a military leader that sets him apart from his civilian counterpart. Therefore, a young man aspiring to embark on a career in the armed forces as an officer needs to be prepared for the same. It is herein that institutions such as Doon Indian Defence Academy assumes significance. It is imperative for a candidate to give himself a fighting chance in the midst of hectic competition, not only to orientate himself to the requirements of cadetship, but also to prepare himself for the life ahead. I have known Group Captain Anurag Rai for over 3 decades and have served with him on several occasions together. As an officer from the administrative branch and having been a fighter controller, he excelled professionally and also as a manager and leader. He has had the privilege of commanding several combat units in the course of his illustrious career, and I have no doubt that he and his team will help you to be prepared and stand you in good stead for entering the portals of a military academy. As for me, I have served for most part of my career in the logistics branch of the Indian Air Force, a branch that goes to war long before the first combat mission is launched. The core aims of the branch is uninterrupted material support for the furtherance of operations and sustenance and support for optimizing maintenance in peacetime. Therefore, the functions of the logistics branch include provisioning, forecast, procurement, planning, warehousing, distribution, disposal, just to mention a few. Most of these activities also require a high technological orientation, and currently the Air Force rightly has taken on board graduate engineers for the job. It is no wonder that the logistics branch is a fountainhead of ideas and tenets, even for material managers in the corporate world. I personally opine that a career in the logistics branch can be immensely satisfying professionally and demands a high degree of leadership and managerial skills. Dealing with spares of all weaponry and aircraft and transportation of them, clothing, rations, accoutrements, campage and tentage equipment, and you name it. That is to mention a few. I hope and pray that you young adults find it an interesting career and a challenging calling. I wish you all the best and do hope that you make the best use of Doon IDA to propel your ideas forward. I also wish good luck to Doon Indian Defence Academy in their venture to prepare young men of fabulous mettle and sterling character for a career that is replete with honor, dignity, valor, professionalism and personal satisfaction. Jai Hind.